Hi, I'm Suzanne and I'm a calligrapher, and this is a short video tutorial on the different kinds of nibs you can buy for broad edge calligraphy. The first one over here on the left is the Speedball nib. That's the C series. The one in the middle is the Browser nib. And this one on the right is the Mitchell Roundhand nib, which is my personal favorite, but it might not be yours. The Speedball and the Browser both have reservoirs on the backs of the nibs, see there on the top. And the Mitchell nib carries the reservoir underneath, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can see the Speedball on the left and the Browser nib. The tips are actually cut at an angle. They're oblique, made for the right-hander, which is, in theory, makes it more comfortable for lettering, whereas the Mitchell nib is cut square across. And I don't have any problem with that, and a lot of people don't. In fact, I really like it. And also left-handers can use it without too much trouble. They do make a left-handed Mitchell nib. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this really clearly, but this Speedball nib is, this is the largest they make, the C0, and you can see the angle on that. And this one is different. This is the left-handed nib, which is cut at a different oblique angle, made for the left-handed calligrapher, which in theory should make it easier for them to letter. Sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. It seems each left-handed calligrapher has to find their own way. This is the Speedball nib, and the reservoir is on the top of the nib, and it's not removable. Well, you probably could remove it, but it's not supposed to come off. And the Browser nib, you can see again, is also mounted on the top of the nib, and it actually comes off, but it's on there really tightly, and watch it fly across the room when you take it off. Just be aware that that might happen. You can take this reservoir off for cleaning your nib if you want to. And the last one that I'm going to show you is the Mitchell nib, and this is the Mitchell nib without the reservoir on. Some calligraphers can make it work like this, and that's good, and it does work in the smaller sizes quite well. What I'm going to do is show you, this is the Mitchell reservoir, and it's sold separately, and it slides on the bottom, so you hold it in one hand and slide it on this way. So it just hangs underneath. Now, make sure the reservoir isn't touching the tip of your nib, or you'll be trying to write with the reservoir. Push it back a little bit so that the reservoir isn't close to the tip. And you can see air under there. Also make sure it's not going to fall off. And you can actually adjust those little wings on the reservoir on the sides. That's what holds it onto the body of the nib. I hope that helps.